Good evening, students. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Python video lesson number 3. In previous lesson, that is Python lesson number 2, we studied about data type. Data type are classified into 5 categories: numbers, none, sequence, set, mapping. Under numbers, again number are classified into 3 categories: integer, floating point, complex. Boolean comes under integer. There is no classification under none. Under sequence, again 3 classifications are there: string, tuple, list. There is no classification under set. Under mapping, one data type is there, that is called as a dictionary. This is what we studied in the previous lesson. In addition to that, we wrote one small program that displays name, initial, age, as well as salary. So in that class, I told in Python, no need to declare data type. Even though data type is available, no need to type data type. If you type initial equal to within single quotes k, initial will be considered as string data type. Similarly, name equal to within quotes, single quotes, Selvamani. We are trying to assign some alphabets, that means within single quotes. Then name will be considered as string data type. Similarly, age equal to 45, age will be considered as integer data type. 5000.50 is assigned to salary with decimal places. Then salary will be considered as float. So still, you may have doubt. In C++ language, C language, as well as Java, whatever may be the language, previous language, we have to declare the data type. We have to confirm either initial, name, age, as well as salary are declared under the data type. We will see. There is a one function that is called as type. Type is a one function which returns data type of the variable which is enclosed after type. For example, type gets one argument as variable. So type function returns the data type. I will explain you just a minute. Type. This is a function which returns data type variable. Example, see, here we are declaring age equal to 45. This is a one statement. Second statement is type. Otherwise you can put print type, type of age. So type gets one argument. That argument should be any valid variable. So type returns the data type of the variable which lies within open bracket and then close bracket. Here age is there. By executing this statement, age equal to 45, here we are assigning whole number into one variable age. Then automatically Python creates a one variable age under the data type of integer. Now age is declared under integer. This type of age returns the data type of the age. Here integer will be returned. Similarly, if you type initial equal to k, if you put here initial, type return string. Similarly, if you type salary equal to 5000.50, type returns here float. We will see it while writing the program. Next, we studied about complex number. Complex. So complex number has two parts. One is real number, another one is imaginary number. So just consider x equal to, I try to assign one number here, 1 plus 0j. J should be used. 0j. So If you want to type print X, you can directly type. Okay, so this 1 is a real part, this 0 is a imaginary part. So if you put here print of X dot real, comma, X dot imag, this returns 1 space 0. This returns the whole thing. That means 1 plus 0j. Okay, here we can put hash symbol. Once I like to inform you, this hash symbol is for comment. Already you know very well, comment is a statement which gives some information related to the program to the user. The compiler as well as interpreter, it depends upon the language we are using, always skip or no need to bother, doesn't bother about the statement or text which follows the hash symbol, that is command. In C language we are using /star, where in some of the language we are using double slash. In Python we are using hash symbol. In some language we are using multi-line commands also, whereas Python does not support multi-line command. It supports only single line commands. Okay, each and every line, if you want to skip it out, you got to press hash symbol. So text follows hash symbol will be skipped by the interpreter. So this print of X will be executed. This hash open bracket close bracket 1 plus 0j skipped out. Similarly, print of open bracket close bracket X dot real comma X dot imag will be executed. Hash symbol returns 1 space 0. It will be skipped out. Okay, so X is a complex number. We have to give two parts, 1 plus 0j. This is real part, this is imaginary part. If you put print of X, it gives this value. If you print X dot real, X dot imag, that is imaginary part, it returns 1. This 1 is a real part, 0 is a imaginary part. So this is a complex number. Now we will see operators. Just consider in data type, we finished only integer part. Still none, sequence, set, mapping, still there. In later classes, we will study about in detail. Now no need to worry about. Now we finished only number. Under number, 3 data types are there. That is integer, floating point, as well as complex. Under integer, Boolean is there. We will study about Boolean. See here, you can declare as a b bool1. This is a variable. Here we got to assign true. So if you put print of bool1, it returns true. T should be capital letter, RUE should be small letter. Similarly, if you type print of type of bool1, bool1 is one variable. It gives the bool is, since true value is assigned to bool1, bool1 will be Boolean. You should declare as a Boolean data type. So likewise, we can use it. So now operators. So normally, whatever may be the language, operators are a special symbol. Operator is a special symbol. Refers to mathematical or computational and comparative mathing and etc. There are so many options. These two are important. So operators are special symbol, refers to computation, are used to computational purpose as well as comparative, that is matching purpose. Now we will see what are the types are there. Arithmetic. Second one is relational or comparative. Third one is logical. Fourth one is assignment. Fifth one is ternary or conditional. Sixth one is membership. So totally 6 classifications are there: arithmetic, relational or comparative, logical, assignment, ternary or conditional, membership. First we will say arithmetic operator. Already know very well. Plus stands for addition, hyphen stands for subtraction, star stands for multiplication, slash stands for division, modulus symbol, or we can call it as a percentage. Symbol stands for modulus or remainder after division. Double slash stands for integer part of the division. Integer part of the division. Double star, it refers to exponential or power. So we will see one by one in later classes. Under relational comparative, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, double equal to, not equal to. These are comes under relational or comparative operator. Logical and or not. In some of the languages, instead of and, we are having double ampersand. Instead of or, we are having double pipe symbol. Instead of not, we are having apostrophe symbol. Assignment operator, just like arithmetic operator, but plus equal to. Plus equal to stands for addition assignment. Before that, we should have single equal to. This single equal to just assignment operator. This plus equal to called as a addition assignment. Minus equal to or hyphen isolate, subtraction assignment. Similarly, multiplication assignment, division assignment, modulus assignment, and then integer division assignment, and then double star, that is exponential assignment. In ternary operator, we will see in later classes. No need to worry about this. One operator is there. We will see in later classes. Membership operator, in, comma, not in. Two operators are comes under membership. One is in, another one is not in. So now first we will see about type, and then we go for complex, and then we go for Boolean, then we go for operators. Okay. Now as usual, now I like to open Python. Already in previous lesson, we created one program that is called as 2.py. It is available in, I like to open the same program, this number 2. See, this is the program what we wrote in previous lesson. Here initial is variable, name is variable, age is variable, salary is variable. Since k within single quotes is assigned to initial, this initial will be declared under string data type. Similarly, Salomoni within single quotes is assigned to name variable. Automatically Python declared variable name under string. Similarly, age will be declared under integer, salary will be declared under float. Now we will see print of type of initial. So again print of, I like to display the data type of the variable. Type of name. First bracket close for type, another bracket close for print. Print of type of age. Print of type of salary. Now I like to save the program and then try to compile the program. So see the output. The initial K, name, Salomoni, age 45, salary 5,000.5. It is we studied in the previous lesson itself. Now see print type of initial. So initial is declared under string data type. Str is abbreviation for string. Similarly, name is also declared under string. Age also declared under int. Salary is declared under float. What about the class? Now no need to worry about the class. I will teach you in the later classes. Now you got to listen. In Python, no need to declare the data type. Simply assign the variable to the variable. The variable will be declared specific data type. It depends upon the value you are going to trying to assign to the variable. That is what the concept of this program. Now we will see Boolean data type. I like to create another program. Why is it simple? So bool 1 equal to, first I make mistake, intentionally I make mistake. Already you know very well, this T should be capital letter. I like to type here bool equal to false. This is correct, but this is wrong. We will see. Now I like to display bool 1. That is what is the value available in bool 1 as well as bool 2. Now instead of bool 1, true should come. Instead of bool 2, false should come. Similarly, I like to display the data type of the bool 1 and then data type of the bool 2. Here we need Boolean. Here also we need Boolean. Now we will see. I like to save the program as number 3. See here it error comes. Find out the error 3.py line number 1. Bool 1 equal to true. It is not defined. So all puppet small true, small letters true is not defined. So we have to change it as capital T. Now we can save it and then run the program. Now again it shows some error. I don't know why it's happened. Print bool 1 comma bool 2. Here bool 2 is not available. It should be declared as. So now see you may understand the advantages of interpreter. If you are using compiler, this both error. This is one error. This is available in line number 1. This is the one error available in number 3. Both error will be displayed at the beginning itself. While compiling the first time itself, you will get the 2 errors. Since Python user interpreter, we are having error in number 1, error in number 3. So it displays only line error in line number 1. After rectifying the line of error in line number 1, it displays the line number error in line number 2. If it is a compiler using, all the error will be displayed the first time execution itself. Now we will see. So false. Now we will see the output. Here bool 1 contains true, bool 2 contains false. That is bool 1 is a variable which is declared under Boolean data type. Similarly, bool 2 also one variable which is declared under, automatically declared under Boolean. So bool 1 is true, bool 2 is false. Type of bool 1 is Boolean. Type of bool 2 also Boolean. So here string, int, float. Similarly, bool is also a one data type. Now we will see another program which is explained complex number. We can use this as symbol. As symbol is a command. The statement or text or whatever may be which follow the hash will be skipped by the Python interpreter. Now we can see x equal to 1 plus 0. Again y equal to 9 plus 5j. I am trying to type 2 variable. Since I am trying to assign 1 plus 0j to x, automatically Python creates a one variable x under complex data type. Similarly, 9 plus 5j, y will be automatically created under complex data type. I like to add these two numbers, x plus y. Already we know very well how the complex addition as well as complex multiplication. Here x contains imaginary part, real part will be added separately. Imaginary part will be added separately. 1 plus 9. So Z contains, Z will be 10 plus 5, 9. 5J. So we can have minus number also, we can use it here. Then it will be plus 0 minus 5. It will be minus 5. Okay. Now we will see out over here. Print of X, comma X. Whatever available in single quotes will be displayed as it is Y. Then X colon 1 plus 0J. Y colon 9 minus 5J. Similarly, the result we will see. Z colon Z. Z will have 9 minus 5J. Now we will see X contains 1 plus 0J, Y contains 5 minus 0J minus 5J, Z is 10 minus 5J. 1 plus 9, 10, plus 0 minus 5, it gives minus 5. Again, we can have imaginary part as well as real part separately. Enter. Part of Z, comma, Z dot REAL. It should be Z dot IMAG. See here, real part of Z. Now Z contains 10 minus 5J. So out of this, 10 is real, imaginary is minus 5. The result will be, imaginary part will be, real part is 10, imaginary part is minus 5. Like this. Similarly, we can extract the imaginary part of the X, it will be 0, real part of the X is 1. Similarly, real part of the Y is 9, imaginary part of the Y is minus 5. In addition to that, we can try out type of X. Again, type of Y. And type of Z. So all are comes under complex. Here also complex, here also complex, here also complex. We can save it and execute it. See here. X is 1 plus 0J, Y is 9 minus 5J, Z is 10 minus 5. So real part of Z is 10, imaginary part of Z is minus 5. All variables X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, all are comes under complex, complex, complex. Since we are giving two values along with J, this is real part, this is imaginary part. Then automatically Python created a one variable that is called X under complex. Here also complex. So then we will study about aberrators. So now I like to add two numbers. First, I would like to add A equal to 10, B equal to 20. We can have small number 3. Print of A plus B. Similarly, we can add subtraction, multiplication, division, integer division, and then modulus. This one we can go minus. We can change it as stands for multiplication, division. It will be integer division. It will be modulus, that is remainder. This is for double star. Double star stands for exponential. Here already A is 10, B is 3. Result will be 13. Here we will see what will happen. Here A is 10, B is 3. Result will be 7. Subtraction will be done. Here A is 10, B is 3. Result will be 13. Multiplication. 10 multiplied by 3. Here, see here 10 divided by 3. So it is not possible. So 3.33 we will get it. So 3.33 because 3 3s are 9. Again 1 will be there. So 0 will be after 0.33 will be there. Here this is the new operator which is available in Python. See 10 is divided by 3. We get 3.33. The integer part is 3. 3 only gets. No need to worry about the decimal places. That is why it is called as a double slash stands for integer division. Double slash stands for integer division. So this single slash stands for division. Division always gives floating point values. That is float data type. Whereas integer division, that is double slash, always gives only integer value. So it gives only integer part. Don't need to worry about the fraction part. This is modulus or remainder after division. 10 divided by 3. Okay, 3 3s are 9. After that 1 is remainder. It gives 1. Either we can call it as a modulus or remainder. Remainder after division. So 10 should be divided by 3. 3 3s are 9s. So remainder will be 1. It will give 1. It gives integer part. It correct division. Exponential. So a to the power of b. A to the power of b. That means 10 to the power of 3. That means 10 into 10 into 10. It will be 1000. That is a to the power of b. 10 to the power of 3. 10 to the power of 3. So 10 should be multiplied by 3 times. We will get 3. Now I will save the program. We will see the output. See it here. First 13, addition done, subtraction, multiplication, division. This is stands for integer division. That is division, integer after division. It is modulus, remainder after division. This is exponential, that is 10 to the power of 3. Today I stopped here itself. Today we studied about type function and then Boolean data type. Then we studied about complex number. Then we started operators. Operators are classified into 5 types: arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment, membership, conditional. Out of this type, we finished only arithmetic operator. In coming classes, we will study about relational operator as well as logical operator. I hope all of you enjoyed this lesson. We will study a little bit more in the coming lesson. Until then, bye-bye. Thank you, students.